And my triple cup, that's 2 times 2. Man, this shit dogging in the wartime, so
you know I'm ballin', usual like Kobe.
Michael Jordan now, 61 wins. MVP for the second time. Scottie Pippen actually wasn't an all-star. But am I going to sit in front of you here and tell you that the Bulls won a championship without a real all-star because Scottie Pippen didn't make it in 91 because he had one of the biggest snubs in NBA history? No, because I'm going to be fair to LeBron as well. That's an all-star, Scottie Pippen. Jordan averages 31, 6, and 6 on 54% shooting. They go into the playoffs. They beat the brakes off the Pistons 4-0, as we all know. And then that takes us to one of the big points that LeBron fans love to make. Well, Jordan had played against not any great teams in the finals. Let's start with number 1. The Los Angeles Lakers. You see, ladies and gentlemen, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar may have been gone. But everyone has this opinion because 1 year later he stopped playing because of HIV that Magic Johnson was like old and slow. The Magic Man that's still the best point guard of all time and was second in MVP voting behind Michael? Yeah, that guy. Big game James Worthy, who was still an all-star and basically in his prime? Yeah, that guy. AC Green and Michael Thompson, who were key reserves for the Showtime days, as well as Byron Scott, who was still averaging 15, not the 22 points a game he averaged in 88 for those that don't know. And, of course, the sharpshooting 4, Sam Perkins, who came off the... Actually, he may have started. I don't know if he came off the bench or not. That is also going to be mentioned later on the 96 Sonics. But nobody knows who those guys are. And I'm not even talking about Vlade Divac, who everyone knows better now as a bad exec for the Kings, or the guy who tipped the ball out to Robert Horry, or the guy that was traded for Kobe, who was actually a second-year center replacing the best ever and helping Magic get to the finals. So, and he was also an all-star at one point of his career, too. But that team was easy to beat for sure. You know, the Bulls had never been to the finals, and the Lakers had been a bunch of times, but it was an easy win for the Bulls. I watched Game 3. They didn't talk about this in The Last Dance. They just talked about it as the Paxson game. If you watch the second half of the game, in the third quarter, Magic Johnson is literally running the show like he's the best player on planet fucking Earth. And then guess what happens? With like 20 seconds, 10 seconds left in the game, Pippen gets fouled out and the Lakers go up by 2. What does MJ do? I can't believe they didn't show this in The Last Dance either. Comes up the length of the floor, pulls up for a jumper contested, and hits it. Ties the game, and they win in overtime. Big plays, baby. And they go on to win 4-1, and now the kicker. Michael Jordan's final stats. 31 points, 7 rebounds, and wait for it, 11 assists. But Michael Jordan can't pass, right? Like LeBron. LeBron's never averaged 11 assists in the finals that he's won ever. But yeah, not to mention he averaged 56% from the field and 50% from 3. But here's the thing. I said before, I'm not going to mention 3-pointers because guess how many he shot? Only 4. So it's misleading and it's irrelevant. But that whole run, 15-2 playoff record, the Bulls get their first championship.